Hello everyone, how are you? Welcome back to our channel today. We bring you 5 delicious recipes that you will love, precisely 5 secret desserts for people with diabetes. When we talk about diabetes, the hardest thing to control is usually desserts. In modern society, it is challenging to find desserts that do not have vast amounts of sugar. Even going to the essential things such as cereals, the lowest we find in processed products in a supermarket is 10%, an unacceptable amount of sugar for a person with diabetes. Diabetes is a chronic condition caused by high blood glucose levels. There are several types of diabetes, but these desserts are for both type 1 and type 2 diabetes. Type 1 diabetes is when there is an absolute lack of insulin, and type 2 diabetes consists of a deficit of insulin with insulin resistance, which is caused mainly by lifestyle, obesity, or sedentary. This diabetes, therefore, can be prevented by a balanced diet that you can follow with healthy and wholesome recipes. When you have diabetes, you need to maintain a balance of eating, drinking, physical activity, and taking diabetes medications prescribed by your doctor for each diabetes patient. When it's time for dessert, people with diabetes should be cautious because a spike in blood sugar can be problematic. The desserts we're going to talk about today are delicious enough to serve to everyone. What are the essential foods for a person with diabetes? The key to healthy eating is to consume a variety of healthy foods in small proportions, such as vegetables, fruits, whole grains, protein, low-fat meat, and poultry without fillers, low-fat or fat-free dairy. Patients who have diabetes also crave certain foods associated with sugars and glucose. The market worldwide has generated multiple products that help satisfy the tastes of this segment of the population. Desserts for diabetics. Desserts for diabetics can be prepared in the same way as other desserts, but using a natural sweetener, such as stevia. Honey or cereal molasses are not suitable for this type of patient, despite being natural. To make these sweets, sponge cakes, custard, etc., we can also use yogurt, flour, sugar-free chocolate, or fruit. You can also choose to make cold cakes with a sugar-free cookie base, such as those you can find in supermarkets. And if you do not have diabetes but want to do without sugar in many recipes, you can prepare them anyway. You will get healthier desserts with fewer calories. Rethink your definition of sweet. The diabetic diet doesn't have to involve eliminating sweets. If you have a craving for sweets, ask a registered dietitian to help you incorporate your favorite treats into your meal plan. A dietitian can also help you reduce the amount of sugar and fat in your favorite recipes. The key is moderation. Don't be surprised if your tastes change as you adopt healthier eating habits. Foods you used to love may seem too sweet, and healthy substitutes, such as baked apples and baked pineapple, will become your new favorites. Artificial sweeteners. On the other hand, these types of sweeteners are dangerous in the sense that even though they are not sugar, their sweetening effect is so strong that they send signals to your brain that are practically the same as the ones it receives when we consume sugar. For this reason, that is why your body can end up producing extra insulin to compensate for this sugar input, which is a sweetener. Top 5 secret desserts for diabetics. Now that we've explored the elements that make up the proper diet for a person with diabetes, let's get down to the top 5 secret desserts for diabetes. Number 1. Apple pie. The apple is one of the fruits richest in boron, and it also contains vitamin E, potassium, and phosphorus, all in small proportion. The apple is one of the essential foods that help people with diabetes to improve their sugar levels and should not be missing on your table. Not only the apple provides vitamins and minerals, but it also has excellent benefits for your health, which makes it a portion of real food. It contains good chemicals such as pectin, organic acids, tannins, flavonoids, or mineral boron, which is the champion and affects people who consume it regularly. Still, phytochemicals are also found only in plants. They discovered these are food and medicine, i.e. medicine through food. Apple pie is one of the most traditional and replicated desserts in the world. Its main ingredient is one of the most popular fruits with the most properties, the apple. For this preparation, you need 2 eggs, the zest of 2 lemons, 1 yogurt, 1.5 glasses of flour, 60 grams of olive oil, 4 apples, and a sachet of yeast. In a bowl, beat the egg yolks until stiff and add the liquid ingredients, the oil, the low-fat yogurt, and the lemon zest. Add the whipped egg whites and add the flour and the sifted baking powder to give it the right texture. Cut the apples into thin slices and pour the mixture into a baking dish with the apple slices. In half an hour at 150 degrees, you will have your delicious apple pie ready. Number 2. Chocolate flan. Dark chocolate has the highest cocoa content, and cocoa is the one that provides the benefits thanks to the flavonoids that are part of it. We will focus on this type to see what benefits its consumption brings. A. It contains phenylethylamine, a component that releases the brain naturally and has antidepressant properties. B. It is rich in antioxidants that improve cardiovascular health. C. It also lowers blood pressure and improves circulation thanks to nitric oxide. D. Its antioxidants also benefit the skin, delaying the effects of aging. E. It has satiating effects, so a dark chocolate bar is an excellent way to end a meal. Chocolate is one of the most loved ingredients in the world. Despite being associated with sweetness, this aphrodisiac is not initially sweet, but bitter. Therefore, you can use bitter chocolate or pure cocoa for your chocolate flan dessert. You only need 100 grams of pure cocoa, 1 cup of skimmed milk, 2 medium eggs, and a spoonful of the sweetener of your choice for the ingredients. Instead of adding sugar, you can choose to give it a different touch with cinnamon. This recipe is straightforward. Bring the milk to a boil and add the chocolate pieces, stirring until they dissolve. Add the beaten eggs and cook them in a bain-marie for 180 degrees for half an hour. Let them cool and sprinkle with cinnamon once they are ready. 3. Sugar-free yogurt sponge cake. From the point of view of diabetes treatment, yogurt is an ingredient with functional benefits. Therefore, if it is well tolerated, it can be eaten daily. It is usually very well accepted for breakfast and main meals, dessert, snack, or an ingredient in smoothies or sauces. If you live with diabetes, it is essential to choose yogurt that doesn't have any added sugars or fruits, syrups, or jams. The more natural and less manipulated, the better. Below, we are going to see an incredible recipe with this powerful food. Yogurt cake is a raw dessert that serves as a base for many other preparations, and you can create it with ingredients that we always have on hand in our pantry. To adapt it to the diabetic-friendly version, you only have to reduce or eliminate the artificial sweeteners and reduce the amount of butter and fats you can. Once you have the cake made in the traditional way, accompany it with a fruit jam to give it the touch of sweetness that you probably need. You can also add lemon zest to the batter to make it more aromatic. 4. Banana brownie. Bananas have several benefits for our organism since they are a great source of nutrients and vitamins, fiber, and pectin to help our digestive health. They also have resistant starches that are very satiating, which will help us lose weight naturally. Potassium helps reduce the risk of heart disease, improving blood pressure and our overall cardiovascular health. Magnesium is also essential for a healthy heart. Besides, some studies suggest that starches in bananas can improve insulin resistance by 33 to 50%. The brownie is one of the most succulent desserts of American origin. Its homemade version is much healthier but equally delicious. For its preparation, you need 2 ripe bananas, 1 egg, 3 tablespoons of milk, 2 tablespoons of yeast, 2 tablespoons of pure cocoa, 4 tablespoons of thickener, such as flour, oat flour, or chickpea flour, bitter chocolate to melt, and some fruits as topping. Mix the dry ingredients on one side and the wet ingredients on another side until the mixtures are entirely homogeneous. When ready, combine both mixtures and bake in a silicone mold for 20 minutes at 180 degrees. Finger licking good. Number 5. Almond cream custard. Almonds have a low glycemic index and a wealth of nutrients, including 6 grams of hunger-fighting protein, 4 grams of satiating dietary fiber, good fats, and essential vitamins and minerals such as vitamin E, magnesium, and potassium, plus their versatility and diverse shapes make them a smart snack. The ingredients for this dessert will be half a liter of skim milk, 50 grams of refined corn flour, 6 tablespoons of almond cream, sold or can be made by processing almonds. First, mix the 3 ingredients with a mixer so that there are no lumps, then place in the microwave for 1 minute at maximum power. Remove the mixture and repeat 5 more minutes. To sum up, do not give up enjoying the most delicious sweets. There are hundreds of options for people with diabetes. The key is in the quality of your ingredients you add to the preparation and the type of sweetener you add. Remember to moderate the consumption of the dessert portion. Just because it has no sugar does not mean it is 100% healthy. Also, choose desserts based on whole grain flours and with seeds or nuts. This way, you will prevent glucose levels from rising rapidly. Keep a good glucose monitoring. If your levels are high, leave dessert for another time. Careful with store-bought desserts advertised as light. Check the nutritional label for the carbohydrate content because most of them only reduce a small percentage of sugar. Finally, get used to the natural flavor of food. Unfortunately, it is increasingly common to use sweeteners indiscriminately. Gradually reduce their consumption and thus re-educate your palate. Now that you have these tasty recipes, we invite you to subscribe to our channel and hit the like button. If you want to have full access to a revolutionary system to overcome diabetes naturally, click on the link in the description below. Your new life can start today.